not, for any reason, ever share your private keys, passphrases, passwords, or click suspicious links. Everyone all the time is trying to steal your stuff, so go slow and be careful. There's no point making all this money just to give it to a thief.
Are you tired of all the uneducated noise you're getting from the droves of YOLO meme coin peddling douchebag gurus out there trying to use you as their exit liquidity? Would you rather learn a competent university-level set of skills that will guide you in managing and investing for the rest of your life? Join us 3 days a week at Digital Investor. Develop your knowledge of game theory, cognitive bias, macroeconomics, monetary theory, investment theory, psychology of the crowds, and more. For more info on Digital Investor and how it can help you, reach out at nickblacknext.com.
Woohoo! Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I'm gonna just crack through them because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, for those of you that saw This Week in Hypercycle, go, if you didn't, go see it. Before you start peppering me with questions that he might have answered, go watch that video first, man. Okay, man. Boop, boop. I told you there was going to be a lot of stuff. I promised fireworks. Did I not, Brandon? Did I not promise fireworks?
You promised fireworks, and the fireworks were put in the air.
Fireworks aplenty.
That's awesome. Oh
Hello,
my gosh,
everybody.
we're gonna have a packed show today, though. We have so much to go over. We're talking this space moves so quickly, Nick, and we're both excited about what we're going to talk about today, obviously. So,
And I got to give it up to Toofy really quickly. First of all, he hasn't slept in like 3 days.
yeah, that
And
makes sense.
he did the entire episode while they were going to visit a South Korean facility where they're going to be building more hyper AI boxes through their Core Excel partnership. It's pretty cool. But a lot of questions were answered today. So again, I'm not going to go into that real quick. We're at 39.7% of our maximum digital investment capacity and digital private client at 51. So cool. Over half on digital private client and approaching 40% in digital investors. That's pretty cool. And yeah, the king is dead. All hail the new king.
Let's do we want to bounce over this really quickly?
I think we kind of want to get right to the walkthrough, Brandon, because we want to do this because this is public facing, because everybody's going to be able to participate in this. Beth. No, there's one that went live an hour ago. Beth,
this will be on the dashboard in the next like 30 minutes because it just went live too. So you'll be able to go to the dashboard after this show. Beth, go watch it. It's going to be awesome. You'll love it. Beth.
woo-woo.
Beth.
Okay, Beth. We love Beth.
So let's go ahead. Let's do this walkthrough.
Beth
this
is the best. If I had a lisp, I would say Beth is the best.
And I know people are still joining right now, but I want to be very clear. I am using a test. I'm using a test network for this right now. So I'm using a test network.
Okay, wait.
You cannot do this. Wait. So what?
Technically, this is like one of your wallet of the day things, or is this a Brandon's tech tip? This is a tech tip.
What do we want to do? Because I have so much. Obviously, we sent out that video yesterday on that. I wanted to talk a little bit about that scam, but we don't need to because I sent out a video yesterday. So I guess
this is a tech tip. Let's just do a tech tip.
This is
cool. Awesome. Oh, I love using it. We don't get to use it much. There we go. All right.
We don't. But this, okay. So again, reminder, this is on a test network that I'm doing this. So you won't be able to do that. Well, you could do that anyway. Just don't do this. Okay. So basically this is Node Market.io, and our excitement is the exchange part of it right now. As you can see, we have all of the Singularity DAO assets listed now. We are ready to rock and roll. So we're going to use Hypercycle as an example here, and I'll kind of go slower just a little bit so the screen rate capture catches up. And if you're not using high quality on the player, you can click on the little cog on the bottom and make sure it's high quality so you can see all this stuff. But essentially, what people are going to be able to do on this is list a bundle of hypercycle tokens. So instead of going to Uniswap and just dropping these things into the liquidity pool, getting mass slippage, mass discounts because you're dropping into the liquidity pool and whatnot, you're going to be able to list, say, 100,000 hypercycle tokens at X price. So 100,000 hypercycle tokens for 2 ETH. And that will equate to whatever price per token that ends up being. We're actually switching this to show US dollars instead of ETH because the ETH is actually really weird, but we're getting to that. But anyway, you can walk through here and I'm going to go ahead, see how there's these bundles here. I can go and buy these bundles. So right now, this guy has 435 hypercycle tokens listed. The total price is 0.234. Oh my gosh, that's a huge discount on what market is right now. So I can go ahead and buy that bundle right now. And
hey, you know what? You know what? Wait. I see something that would make. We still need to have an aggregate price. Like the price shouldn't be in. We should have a dollar price so people can quickly judge.
I literally just said that, Nick. Literally.
I know, but do you think that should replace the one that's the other one, or do you have both? What do you think makes
the listing price is in ETH because we list in ETH, but this is going to be the dollar
I understand
price
that
right here.
Would people be able to also list like in USDT?
Yeah, they can use anything they want.
Woo-hoo!
So USDC. So if it's listing in USDC, it'll say 1,000 USDC. But the price per token will be in dollars, just like you see on the DEX. So that way you can easily go like, oh, right now on the DEX, Hypercycle is 53 cents a token, but this listing's at 47 cents a token. So I'm getting a huge deal. So that's what's going to equate to the dollar price right here per token. So you'll know that you're getting a good deal. Anyway, so let's say I'm going to buy this listing here. I can go over here and confirm this transaction just like any other transaction, has purchase pending or whatever. And right now I'm just going to go to my wallet here, my tokens. As soon as this thing processes all the way, I'll show you a listing and kind of what that looks like. Are these tokens listed for sale? No, they're not invested. They're totally vested. They're totally vested tokens. Your locked tokens you can't do anything with.
Listen, real quick. Listen, Linda, listen. Unvested means you don't own them. Technically, they don't even exist. Unvested tokens are locked up tokens in a smart contract. Unobtainium. You can't get it. They don't exist. And what happens is over a time period, they vest. The vest is the unlock, the immutable smart contract unlock of those tokens. So unvested might be like unmined gold in a mine. You don't have it yet. You haven't found it. So you should in your mind replace unvested for not yet available. There.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and go through a listing. So let's say I have all my tokens here. I have 720 hypercycle tokens. I want to list a bulk of 500 of them. I want 2 ETH from that. I'll leave it on for whatever 2 weeks for now. So this is your way to set limit orders on your hypercycle tokens as well. So that way you don't have to go through the liquidity pool and sell at market. This is just a set it and forget it listing. So you submit the listing, whatever. Oh my gosh. Let's list less tokens. This is a test net, remember. Let's just list 200 for 2 ETH. Oh my gosh. Okay, that worked. That popped up my MetaMask transaction. We're going to go here, confirm that, and that's going to go ahead and list my transaction. Yeah, this is very cool. So the tokens will be immediately, good question. This is a really good question by Frederick. The tokens are immediately available. So when you list the tokens, they're actually locked in the contract. And so when somebody buys them, you get them immediately. It's not like over-the-counter spreadsheet stuff. This is immediate. This is if you were buying them on the exchange. This is why it took us so long to do all this stuff.
This isn't... Okay, some other places you might go for OTC, there's a person and a notepad, and they're scribbling, Alice wants to sell HyPC. Bob wants to buy, and it's some old rinky-dink shit like that. This is not that. This ain't sketchy patchwork stuff. It's all smart contract based. So these are contracts. Tokens that you want to sell get locked up so that they're available for the buyer, Bob, or it could be anybody else. Could be Alice. But if Bob wants to buy those tokens, he does the transaction. There, Alice gets money, Bob gets tokens, done. There ain't no human in the middle with a notepad and some bubble gum on their shoe.
That's right. That's right. You can see my listing down here that I just listed for 2 ETH. That'll sit there until somebody buys it, man. So it's there, and that's a limited thing. Can we use this token? Yes, these are tokens that are freely available in the market. These are not vested tokens. So when you buy these tokens off this exchange, you can use them immediately. You can go sell them somewhere. These are your tokens. This is not no shenanigans. This is the real deal. These are tokens that are just, they're hypercycle. That's it.
So let's talk for a second about why this is important. You guys probably know, anybody in the Singularity Net ecosystem knows that these tokens are sometimes illiquid. Or you might have an exchange that's doing business and then they just decide, oh, we're not doing business with you because you're in New York or Texas or whatever. Like people have been having trouble on this exchange or that exchange and regional variances. Well, since it's an illiquid market, if you can create an OTC market where anybody can post offers to buy or sell, then you don't need a centralized exchange. So what we've done is take the exchange out of a two-person exchange of good or service. So you don't need a company to sit in between you. What you need is a contract, and you need that contract to be immutable, ergo smart contract. And so we're just replacing fat, rich middlemen with code. That's all we've done. So this is a decentralized exchange of assets in a predominantly illiquid place, which is, and it could be the future, could be different. But right now, it's hard as hell to bounce around exchanges and move these tokens. For instance, where can you go buy or sell Hypercycle? You can go swap, but going and buying it is a little bit more difficult. Even AGIX, the token that's been around the longest, it's on some exchanges, some it's not. You go to KuCoin, now you can't trade. You used to be able to trade and all this. But if you can just say, oh, I want to buy, 250,000 HyPC tokens, or I want to sell 150,000 AGIX tokens at this price, bam, there you go. And for those of you that want to use like limit orders in steps, you could go, I want to sell 10,000 here, 10,000 here, 10,000 here, 10,000 here. You could put 10 orders in there at different places if you wanted to create like a stair-step purchasing scheme or selling system, whatever. It just takes the middleman out.
I agree. This is so cool, Nick. Also, we are working on something. So basically up here in the top right, you're going to have like in a My Account section. You're going to be able to go to that. You're going to see all your listings. So any of your like Hypercycle bundles listed, any of your Sophia token bundles listed, you're going to see your past history, what you've purchased and that stuff. You'll see what's in your wallet, what's available as well. And then you're also going to see all your node licenses in there, because eventually on this same marketplace, you're going to be able to list your node licenses and stuff. You're going to be able to see the uptime, the reputation, all that stuff on your node licenses within this network here. So we're super excited about this. We're optimistic that the OTC exchange will be ready sooner than the node license part. And we're just going to make that active as soon as it's ready, as soon as we feel like it's ready to go, so that we can start buying. This is not just a place to sell. This is a place to buy Hypercycle tokens, potentially at a bigger discount than you'll get them on the DEX as well. Because right now it's trading at, I'm just using Hypercycle as an example, it's trading at 51 cents. And theoretically, when people do big bulk sales, they're going to list it a little bit cheaper to incentivize people that want to come buy those big bulk purchases. So they're going to come buy these. So you'll be able to get bigger deals on your Hypercycle. So if you want to buy a whole bunch of them, sometimes there's a lot of slippage on the way up too. Like I did a transaction yesterday on a token and it slipped all the way up to where I ended up paying way too much for this stupid thing. This is a locked in price that is set and ready to go. So this is so cool.
What crypto are we using to buy and sell in? Well, to sell, you would be selling it's a pair. I would be selling HyPC tokens for Ethereum or for USDT. I would be buying XYZ in whatever price the seller is demanding, like whatever asset. But it's going to be for the start. It's going to be in the kind of middle currency would be USDT or Ethereum. Is that right?
Yeah, USDC, Ethereum, USDT, I think is what the three.
Two stables and Ethereum.
Yep. Anything else? But things are looking good here. So anything else that you want to cover on this little walkthrough? or that we're missing here that we
So
should show?
what I think this is going to be good for too, especially is people that don't want to get beat up on slippage, or people that want to take advantage of the slippage but can't find a way. So you might see like, okay, this coin is here for this much, but I know that if I buy it, that's going to jack the price up. The beauty of OTC transactions is they're not a direct informational broadcast to whatever centralized exchanges the assets are on, meaning you're not buying up an order book or anything like that. This is between you and one entity, and it does not affect, other than people might say, oh, there's a lot of OTC behavior. You're not influencing the market price, which allows you to do a lot of stuff. Well, you can read into that, to do a lot of cool stuff. Know what I'm saying? All right, should we jump behind the wall now and
Yeah,
go from there?
let's go talk about the real stuff, the stuff that's happening right now.
So, and just real quick, for everybody that does or doesn't know, Node Market is the official place to go to get node licenses for HyperCycle. Now, other people may be selling them, and that's fine. People may be reselling them. That is also fine. Matter of fact, Brandon, what's the next product we're working on right here at Node Market for people that might have node licenses?
Yeah, just like we mentioned, the node licenses are going to be resellable. So if you bought an 8 count, for example, an 8 node license pack, and you only want to use 7 of them for whatever reason, and you don't want to like make money off them, then you can sell that last license on the marketplace at whatever price you want. If you want to sell it for $2 back to me, that's great. If you want to sell it for $400, you can do that as well.
And yes, this is open to everyone. This is not just for digital investors. This is for anybody in the ecosystem. That's why we're doing this kind of public facing. Woohoo!
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So Node Market coming to, well, it's already live. You can go there right now and start messing with it. Now the OTC is not live this second. We're still doing audits, things like that. So we figure what, about a week?
Yeah, give or take. So we're getting the audit done over the weekend because you have to audit these and we can walk through all this too, but this is too much detail. But basically, yeah, we got to get the audit done over the weekend. We don't know when this is going to be live exactly, but we think within a week or so. So if you go buy, and a couple of people have done this, if you go buy these 20,000 Sophia tokens, for example, they're not actual Sophia, they're testnet tokens. So it's, yeah, don't do it. I mean, whatever.
Hey, Brandon, you know what the difference is between our testnet and the Ethereum testnet?
Ours works.
Yep.
It's so funny.
Oh, ouch. All right. Let's go ahead and do the flip, and we will be right back, and we will, we'll go into all the guts of your portfolios, and we'll go ahead and do a little bit more specific market-related questions and go from there, bro.